you so much, ladies, for speaking to Good Times. And as you were described as, surplus of sass and know how to have a good time. So you're at the right place with me. We are Good Times. So tell me, what was it like when you were told that you have to be part of this reality show? And apparently it's unscripted.
Yeah, it's totally
So firstly, I was like, oh my God.
This actually, the show came to us. This was certainly not something that we were looking out for at this stage in our lives. We're also comfortable in our homes and our children and our work, and we had this routine going, and this show has come suddenly on our laps. Obviously, our first reaction was like, hell no. What are we thinking? We can't even think about this and put ourselves out there. Very nerve-wracking. Obviously, we had 100 phone calls with each other. We were on conference calls. Neelam was totally hell no. Seema was the first to jump on board and said, listen, I'm going for it. When opportunity comes knocking and it sticks to you, you should just go for it. Bhavna and me were still on that, should we not, should we put ourselves out there? I was very scared of what people were going to say about me and think about me, but yeah, we're finally here. We did say yes, and now we're doing this interview. So it's been a long journey, but fun with these guys.
So Neelam, why were you so apprehensive?
So when this concept came to us, my first reaction was, oh my God, I cannot do this. Because I've just been such a private person. Yes, I've been part of the movies, but I've always been sort of an outsider in the sense. I've always maintained a lot of distance from the industry, maybe because I wasn't born and brought up here. So yeah, so I just felt that doing something like this, I'm going to have cameras following me. They're capturing my home, my life, my family. So I was very uncomfortable with that. But then when I thought about it and I spoke to my husband, and he was like, listen, I mean, it's going to be brilliant because you're working with your three best friends, and it doesn't get better than this. And I thought, why not? Because India hasn't seen something like this. It's the first show like this for India. So I think, yeah, so I said, let me take the dive. And I'm really, really happy that I took this decision.
And Bhavna?
Yeah, so going back to your question about it being unscripted, yes, I think that was the most challenging, and at the same time, that is what actually made the show so simple moving forward, because it was so unscripted. The only thing probably that was even, put together was maybe a situation, but what our reactions to those situations were, or how we were with each other in a situation, has all been absolutely real. It's how we talk to each other, how we would react to each other even under normal circumstances and with a camera not being there. So I think that has been the beauty of this show, and people will see that, and we're looking forward to everyone seeing that. No one has tried to put on an act or try to prove something to the audiences, and that is also something that we come across with this show. And I had an absolute blast working with all my friends, and whatever little apprehensions I had, they just vanished because I was working with them.
Me, actually, look, the show just kind of fell into our laps. So I said, you know what, this show has come to us, and my son turned around and told me that, you know what, who says no to Thermatics and Netflix? I mean, are you nuts? He said, I mean, this is an opportunity of a lifetime, and you're doing it with three people, three girls you've known practically more than half your life. So it was like, for me, I just jumped into it. I didn't think that far. I didn't think that, I didn't put too much of thought into it, because it was a comfort level I shared with the three of them. So it was, for me, it was all about just having a blast. And we are mad. The three of us are actually completely bonkers when we're together. And I mean, you'll see that when you watch the show. So, the whole idea behind the show being that laugh with us, laugh at us, but laugh. That's the only, that's the general idea. And I think I had that in my head from the get-go. So it was just like, it was a journey. Just, it's been a fabulous journey of just celebrating us, our friendship, our bonds, and our madness, and the whole ridiculous bit that is us.
And it's amazing because, one is laughing along. And before we start with our little game, everybody thinks that the four of you lead the perfect lives. What would you want to tell people? Like, how regular is it, or is it just in our head that everything is just so perfect? That they lead actually a
How
fabulous
is
life.
that? I think that me having said that, it opens with me saying that our lives are quite mundane. Means our lives are much like everybody else's. I mean, it's my life can be very boring. I mean, I'm in my pajamas by 7 o'clock, have my dinner, and I'm watching Netflix. It's not like we're partying every night and we're attending an event or we're getting ready. I mean, we go to work, we have kids, we multitask, and like any other woman, being a woman is basically you have to multitask, and I think that's what our lives are about. So it's not perfect, it's far from perfect. Our lives are
What
really
about
far
you?
from perfect.
So I agree with Seema. So people have this misconception that, oh, Bollywood, everything is glamorous, everything is perfect, everything's about, looking good, dressing up all the time. And we have a very normal life. We're working, we're looking after our kids, husband, home. I mean, isn't that just normal stuff that people do? And I think this show is an insight to our lives for people to actually get to know us better and really understand what goes through our lives and what makes us, the highs and the lows, what makes us sad, what makes us happy. So it's all about that.
So, I mean, since you've been friends for 25 years, what was your reaction when you met each other for the first time? What was the first thought that came into your head when you were introduced to each other 25 years ago?
Oh, 25
Oh,
years
25
ago.
years ago.
Oh,
I mean,
Obviously,
you've been
wow.
friends for that long. So, what was that thought that came to
yeah.
mind when you first met each other?
I remember distinctly meeting Seema because she had just eloped and got married. And I had come to Galaxy, uh, at her house at that time. And I walked in and I was like, there was commotion happening. So I was like, what the hell is going on? So they were like, Sohail got married. So I said, when? I said, I just met him yesterday. So, and that evening, these two had eloped and got married. So I said, to who? And they were like, to her. And she was this little girl in a yellow sweater, blue contacts, short hair. And I was like, who? Her? I was pretty shocked. So that was my
She
first
said that. She
introduction.
said, "You? Who you?" And I'm like, "I'm sitting right here. I'm right here." But yeah, it was quite bizarre. But little did I know that, life would unfold like this, and she can't talk to me like that anymore.
And Bhavna, I
So,
met in a hotel lobby with Chunky, and I was with Sanjay. We were dating respective husbands at the time. And so I don't know who was it that said that that's Chunky's girlfriend. Again, I was like, who, her? She also had
You
two
you
lengths of
nearly
blonde
said
hair, long.
Chunky's new girlfriend.
Chunky's new girlfriend. Yeah,
New
but now,
girlfriend.
yeah, and she had also had blonde hair, blue contacts. These guys were very into blue contacts those days.
It was quite
And
the rage in the
Neelam,
90s.
when did
Yeah.
I don't know about that rage. I never took on to it. But Neelam, when did I meet you?
I think it
I
was
think
at
it was
Gauri's
one of
house.
these. Yeah, I think it was at Gauri's house that we met. Again, all of us were not married. I mean, this is 100 years ago. No kids, nothing. It was a different ball game.
So the first time I
But
met
Neelam was
Seema
always
was
proper.
actually, so, thanks, Maheep. So the first time I met Seema was actually at Bhavna's wedding. Okay, and I remember meeting her, and I remember asking everyone. I mean, she was part of the group, and I was wondering why she's there. And I remember asking everyone that, who's this girl? She's so pretty, she's so cute. And the next thing you know, she's married Sohail. So we were like, whoa, when did that happen?
Shut up! You knew me from before that.
No.
I used to
The
come and
first
stand
time I
out. I
met
have
you,
pictures to prove.
You were a fan, Seema.
yeah, but the
Yeah,
thing is, I mean, I didn't know that at that time.
yeah. She didn't pay much attention to me then. She can't do that to me
That's
also
Bhavna,
true.
anymore.
what about you, Bhavna?
Maheep's pretty much told you our first meeting. It was in that lobby, and this girl, she was like checking me out as Chunky's new girlfriend. So that's my memory of Maheep. But I remember the Neelam. I remember meeting her at the first time at Manish Malhotra's house. I had gone for my fittings for my reception outfit, wedding reception outfit, and Neelam was sitting there. I mean, I knew her as Chunky's co-star, someone who had worked a lot with Chunky, but I knew of her. I mean, and I've also been a big fan and rung her doorbell when I was younger and been thrown out. But that day she was sitting and having a meal on the dining table. I think there was Neelam, there was Urmila, and I remember there was one more person. There were 2, 3, 4 of them having dinner, and I went in for my fittings, and I finished my fittings, and I came out, and then Manish introduced me to all of them, and they were really sweet and nice, you know. So I was so conscious because I was entering this new world, and there were suddenly, you know, all these film stars and who I'd been fans of, and you know, now I was being introduced as someone who's going to get married to Chunky, and they were like really warm, really nice, so welcoming, and it was actually a beautiful experience meeting her. Not
Awesome.
as a
So
fan.
what? I'll start with Neelam first. Who's most likely to get drunk and pass out first?
Pass out, I don't know.
I'm looking at everyone's expressions right now. Pass out? No. But getting drunk first, I think Seema, because she doesn't have much of a capacity. So I think it would be Seema. Not lying drunk, no, but getting high first, yeah.
I'm anyway
So,
a mess, so after 2 drinks, I'm a little bit worse.
So coming to Bhavna, who's most likely to forget the other's birthday amongst 4 of us?
You know, strangely, this question comes to me only, and my answer
Yeah,
is constant.
strangely.
Yeah, and my
Sorry?
answer is constant. It's Maheep. I think if there was no Instagram and we didn't wish people on their birthdays, Maheep would have made a lot of enemies by now by just forgetting their birthdays.
It's true. I'm blank. I just can't remember.
So
I mean,
Maheep,
Maheep
who's
is so
most
good otherwise, but with just dates, she goes mad. I don't know what it is with you and dates.
And people inviting also. Sometimes I forget that they've invited me or my son,
Yeah.
like you said.
Yeah, so Maheep with like, you know, her son and my younger daughter used to go for birthday parties together when they were younger. And each time Jahan would cry and say he wasn't invited. And I would say, no, 100% he is. And when we checked with Maheep and she'd be like, oh, yeah, I forgot the date. That poor boy has only cried.
Tortured my
so Maheep,
son.
Maheep, now to you, who's most likely to max out their credit card while shopping amongst the 4 of you?
Because Seema is so into fashion and loves clothes and everything, I don't know if she'd max out, but she's quite fond of shopping. I
She's
ask
the
her
shopaholic.
advice if I have to buy some new sneakers or new outfit. I'm always consulting Seema. So yeah, it would be her.
Seema, who's likely to throw the bestest party amongst the 4 of you?
The bestest party, I think we can all agree that the best parties between the 4 of us have been thrown by Maheep, because her house has this vibe that all of us have always had a blast. I mean, I think both of them can vouch for me and say that. Am I not right, girls? Have you all not had the wildest
Yes.
times at Maheep and Sanjay Kapoor's home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yes.
have always been the
Had a
last one
blast.
to leave.
Yeah.
Sanjay calls me the sweeper. He says, you clean
Yeah, but
the house and
But I
go."
always end up dancing
Yeah.
at Maheep's house. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always a really good time, and it's not you're just standing around and chatting. You're like really letting your hair down and having a good time.
So that's the place to be. And talking about parties, what's the first thing the 4 of you do when you enter a party?
I make a
Take a
my
picture.
I go to the bar. I go to the bar. I go straight
Don't tell
there.
lies. Don't tell lies, girls. After the bar, you'll take a picture.
After the bar, but I need
What?
my drink first. Then I'll take a
First
picture.
the
But
bar,
first
then
I
the
go to the
pictures.
bar.
I think
Yeah.
first the bar,
Okay, in that order.
get a drink, and then the picture. Yeah, I would say.
Okay, what is the one thing that the other does that you're like, oh, wish she wouldn't, like really gets to you, and you keep telling her, don't do that?
Seema, she doesn't pick up her phone. And she doesn't respond to messages. She sees her phone after like a couple of hours. Seema just does not answer the phone, and that really annoys me.
I'm not a phone person. I'll be very honest.
Like who's that the leader? Like who makes the plan and you all follow? Is it Maheep?
Maheep is the one who organizes the stuff. Like she takes more interest in the whole planning bit, and she's good at it. So she's also a bully, so we just let her have it.
Yeah, we have no choice but to follow her.
Yeah.
If we know
And
what's
who's the
good
one
for us.
If you guys
the
know
one you
what's good for you, and you always have fun, shut up. Huh?
and who's great at damage control if you've made a faux pas, said something, and who's the one amongst the four of you who's like, I'll take care of this?
I feel like laughing because the because the thing
You're
is
the one who
that
makes the faux
you
pas.
know no, the thing is that yeah, I have that problem, but the thing is that Maheep's only answer to me is just chant.
Honestly, she makes so many faux pas that I just say, just pray because nothing can save you.
Neelam does a yeah, Neelam, that's one thing I have to say. When Neelam makes a faux pas, she just goes into hiding. You don't see her for a while.
Yeah, I don't leave my bed.
And since you have young kids, have you all mastered the millennial slang? Or
Oh
are you
God.
cool?
No, I
No,
don't
No.
understand
I'm
it
getting
at
there.
all. I need to get
Yeah.
with it. Seema, you're
I
pretty
keep
good with
asking
it.
Shania,
I'm
but
better
I'm
than
very
I'm
bad.
better than the three of them, I think, because
yeah.
I have no choice. I'm sorry, but they talk to me in that language, so I'm always asking the meaning, and so I think I'm getting there. But I mean, I still can't relate to most of it.
What about the three
We
of
have a
you?
family chat. Sorry?
No, and that's
We
what
have
I'm
a
asking you.
family
What about
chat.
the three of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a family chat where Ananya and Raisa both just put the alphabets, and then invariably Chunky and I asking like, what does that mean? Because we ask a question and it's like 4 alphabets or 5 alphabets. That's it. We're supposed to guess the answer, and we keep asking, what does that even mean? It's like TYBT or something or whatever they're saying, but it's just the alphabets, and you just have to guess the answer. It's insane.
Wow. What about the two of
Yeah,
you?
so I'm
Maheep?
clueless because my daughter's 8 years old and Samir is not with it at all. I'm totally clueless. have to actually Google it sometimes when I'm reading something or someone sends a message and I like LMAO, what is that? LMOA, LM.
No,
Huh?
no, I don't know. No. Even I can't
Seema
fathom
would
it.
know this one.
Could be laugh my ass off.
So, I
Yeah.
was right.
Yeah, it is. I think it is laugh my ass. My Seema, not bad.
Not bad. Maheep is very
Yeah, so
quiet.
I
What
have
about
to.
you? Sorry.
I mean, I'm learning from Shania and Jahan, and they say absurd things like, oh, this is so sick, and I'm like, it's sick means I'm thinking it's bad, but then I realize
Yeah,
that
yeah.
sick means good, and it's like really happening, and it's fab. So now everything is sick, and whatever.
Yeah.
It's just over my head. It's just over my
Yeah.
head. I'm learning. I'm trying.
This is a generation thing. So, any purchase that you remember that your husband's made you return?
Return.
No, Sanjay wouldn't dare make me return anything.
Nothing.
No ways.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No.
Bhavna, Seema.
No. I think I'm pretty fierce like
Nothing
that.
that
You
I
can't ask
can
me to
remember.
return anything.
So, are you tiger moms or tiger wives?
Tiger
I think
mom
both.
and wife.
What is
both.
it? What is a tiger?
Yeah.
What is a tiger wife and what is a tiger mom?
Tiger wife is as Chunky calls
In control.
tiger.
Neelam is Neelam. You're such a moron. But then I'm a tiger mom. I'm a tiger mommy. I'm like this obsessed lioness on my baby cubs.
I think Chunky's already told you I'm a tiger wife, right?
You're not the tiger mom.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, you know what? In school, I remember in group chats when both the girls were in school, I was always told I was not a tiger mom, but I would believe I'm a tiger mom because tiger moms are like so involved in their school and their things. Those are the tiger moms, right? I was not one of them at all. Maybe now, little bit with, work and stuff. Yes, I help her out, but with Raisa, I'm not a tiger mom at all. No.
Seema, what about
Tiger
you?
wife, I don't know why Chunky's saying that.
Listen,
Chunky's told
I'd
everyone.
like to think, I don't know about the tiger wife and the tiger mom, but I'd like to think I'm the tiger woman, full stop. That's it.
Ah,
Woo!
so
Look, I'm
Nice
screaming.
one, Seema. Nice one.
Nice one.
So,
Well
slow
done.
claps.
Well done, Seema.
So these are just fun questions. Who amongst you is the toughest nut to crack?
If it's stubborn, then it's, I think, Neelam. She's a tough nut to crack.
Well, I mean, as regards to the show, she
When
was the
have I
last to
been
be
stubborn
on
with
board
you?
also. So, yeah, I've said new Neelam
No,
also.
to convince her otherwise. You have to really convince Neelam. If you want her to get her to do something, you got to really, really, really convince her.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and
hard
with
work.
Neelam, she's always like, she's like 100% sure, but her answer is always very polite. She'll be like, no, babe, no, babe,
No.
I'm not doing it. It's like, no with a lot of politeness. It's not like a firm no.
So, I mean, can you imagine walking out of the house without any makeup, in chappals and hail a rickshaw?
Like lots of times.
Oh, who would do that?
I can.
I've done it. I've done it
I've
many
done
times.
it umpteen
I've done it
numbers
so
times.
many times.
I think
Yeah,
all of
I've
us
done
have
it
done
many
it.
times. Yeah.
We're all
Yeah.
Hate
we're all
wearing
capable
makeup.
of doing this.
Yeah.
I'm constantly without a driver when I need to go to work in the afternoon, and I've done it I'm shouting at them, but I've done it on a million occasions.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Because my office
chappals
is
and
just
no
down the
makeup is
road.
like,
Get into the Rick and go to work.
I
Wow.
actually
I've
love
picked up
it.
Seema. We've
I
gone to
love it.
Karan's house in a Rick. Remember, Seema?
Yeah, yeah. We went to Karan's house in a rickshaw.
In
Because
a
the
rickshaw,
drivers,
because, and
these
there was
stupid
packs outside.
drivers.
Of yeah, the stupid drivers, and there were
And
packs outside. Me and Seema have come in
remember,
our rickshaw.
Remember, Maheep, once we went for that movie Chameli to Katy Galaxy years ago. Who was there?
Oh
And
my God.
we couldn't find the driver, and we all got into one rickshaw. And we were coming to Gauri's house, and we told the driver, the rickshaw guy, that udhar lena. So the guy thought we were getting off to take a picture at the bungalow. It was
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
And we have gotten outside, and the guys opened the gates for us, and we got in. Not in the rickshaw, means we got off the rickshaw and then walked into the house, and he was just looking at our faces.
Yeah. I remember that.
And he actually thought we were telling him to take us there to take pictures outside his house.
Yeah.
We were in our chappals and no makeup.
Oh, wardrobe malfunction. That Seema's a pro at.
Unfortunately, that title is mine. Yeah, I do. I've had so we once went for this, someone's, I think it was a 50th birthday or a wedding celebration or one of those things.
It was
We
a
were all
wedding
together,
engagement celebration.
engagement celebration or something, and we all got off. We went to Baroda, I think, and I carried just one outfit. I didn't carry a backup, and I put it on. I came out in the lobby, all dressed and everything, and I bent down to get something, and the whole zip just went. It just, yeah. I was mortified. I have gone running back, and I wore the same clothes I wore on flight, and I was the only one in sneakers at the party. So yeah, I've had a few of those.
So, lady, I mean, what's your tolerance mantra? Amongst the four of you, what's like your tolerance mantra?
Chant.
Interesting.
Chant. Nice answer, I know. It's chant.
My answer to everything is just chant. If these guys get my goat, then I just chant.
What is the one
Can't
thing that they
find
would
the
do
pen
that
and chant.
would get your vote? I mean, what is the one thing that would really get your vote?
Oh God, I can't name one. There are many.
Oh, then tell us a couple
Many.
of them.
Honestly, off the head, like I said, Seema not answering the phone. Then I'm messaging her. Lots of nasty messages. That really gets my goat. Bhavna, what gets my goat with you? And Neelam.
If I'm off something, I've taken a mannat and gone off things. Maheep makes sure
That pisses me off also, because she's constantly doing that nonsense and whatever. We keep making
I don't
fun
think
of
I've
Bhavna
had
with
a
that.
problem with any of you guys. I mean, I don't remember
But with people, then Neelam,
having an
what's your tolerance?
argument with. Huh?
If you've not had a problem with the four of them, if you're like very tolerant with your friends, what is the tolerance mantra with people who are not your friends?
I think ignore. And I feel that ignorance is bliss. So if I am upset about something, I just choose to sort of let it go and just ignore it and overlook it. Because otherwise, there's no point in fretting about it, overthinking, venting. There's no point. So I just ignore.
Okay. So which is that one protagonist on a Netflix show that the four of you desire to play and would love to get an offer?
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, honestly, I'm obsessed with murder mysteries and detective shows. So if I had to, maybe Delhi Crime. Now, Delhi Crime is.
I was just going to say
talk
Delhi
of the-
Crime.
Yeah.
You know, Shefali was just brilliant in that.
Insane.
In fact,
Yeah.
someone asked me, when I watched it, someone had asked me, if you wanted to come back into movies. Not that I could play that role, but I just thought that something like that, the way she performed, she was brilliant in that show. Loved it.
Outstanding.
Yeah, that
In
was a
fact, I'm going to
brilliant
watch that show again after
What about you, Bhavna?
The Crown.
But I had to sleep with the lights on. I was very disturbed. So I had to sleep with the lights on for like a whole week after that. So I don't know about watching it again. But I loved it.
I think something like this is really strong and nice, and especially now, she was amazing. So yeah, something like that. But if I was younger, I would have loved to play something romantic.
I'm sure you would.
But I love the Crown among
Neelam, you should have played something in The Crown. Neelam?
Yeah.
Yeah, Neelam, you would have
suited
fit right
Crown,
in.
not Delhi Crime. Delhi Crime is me, The Crown is you. Bhavna
I'm open
is...
to the offers.
Yeah, Maheep is right. See, we are all talking about Delhi Crime because, yes, it's a fabulous show. But if you talk about playing, Maheep, I would think in Delhi Crime, Neelam, Crown.
And Bhavna, choose a romantic show.
But
that you
not
wish
at
to
this
romance.
age now. It's a little weird unless, I don't know what it
something
would
like the
be,
kissing
maybe.
booth.
No.
So Seema would be that Emily in Paris.
Emily, I would
Seema's
say
all about fashion.
I'm more like a chick flick kind of gal. I admit it. I like those
that's
kind of
Seema.
shows. Like I loved Emily in Paris. I loved The Duchess. So I mean, anything to do with stuff like that, like. I mean, I would like.
I think it's also the mood at that time, na?
Yeah.
What it is. Yeah.
I'm
So now I'm
always a
gonna
Delhi Crime mood. Constant. You know that, no, Bhavna?
I'm more
Yeah,
in the
you are, but-
Emily in Paris zone.
Mhm.
My mood changes.
I like more light-hearted stuff. I like an easy watch. I mean, Delhi Crimes it's based on a true story, so that's why you relate to it. You heard about the rape and everything, so you knew the story. But I like light-hearted stuff, like Seema, chick flicks.
Yeah,
I like
chick flicks. I like
comedies,
something that
yeah.
makes me feel good. I like something that
me-
makes me feel good, and I feel happy when I go to bed. I can actually switch off all the lights and zone out. Not something where I'm leaving the lights on and I'm like that. So I like the light-hearted, easy watch. But I mean, having said that, you can't ignore Delhi Crimes. I mean, I absolutely loved it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, now I'm going to ask you something about Neelam. Which was her first film and who was her first co-star? The three of you know.
My first film. Oh,
Yeah.
they
They're
have to
supposed
answer.
They have to answer. And her first co-star.
Is it Ilzam with Govinda?
No.
Oh, it's that Karan Shah in that movie. What is that? Love 86.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Love
You got
86.
No.
No.
The
you got
co-star
movie
is
wrong.
correct, but the film, yeah.
Film is not Love 86. What is it
J.
called?
It starts with J.
Jawani.
Yeah. Well done.
Well done. Which music video was Maheep in?
Nigori.
Nigori, we all know that.
Ela
Well
arranged,
done.
yeah.
So which is that one actor Bhavna likes, but it's not her husband? I heard her
One
daughter
actor Bhavna likes.
she really likes, but it's not her husband.
Hollywood or
She
Bollywood?
keeps changing. Bhavna,
Is it Bollywood
Yeah.
or
who do you
Hollywood?
like?
Bollywood.
Brad
But
Pitt.
you know,
Brad Pitt, Johnny Depp.
She's changed her preference now. But this is
Hollywood,
something her
Neelam
daughter
is right. It's Johnny Depp. Neelam is right.
See,
But Maheep
Johnny
is also
Depp.
right. I keep changing.
So, well,
Bhavna's had a few over the years. She's got another current favorite, and she's got quite a few over the years. So you can never tell with Bhavna.
So, who's your current favorite Bhavna?
In Hollywood, it is Johnny Depp. Neelam is right. I love Johnny Depp, and I've always loved him. I think in the current Bollywood, I would say unanimously, I think we're all for Ranveer Singh.
Yeah.
And coming to Seema, why is Pyar Kiya To Darna Kya so special to her in more ways than one?
Sohel's first
Is
production.
it? Yeah.
And as a director.
No, not first. But it
was the
released
first-
at the time that I got married.
They got
it
married
released
the
the
day
time
after the release, right?
Yeah. The same
Oh,
day it
sorry, I
released,
thought
yeah.
we were supposed to answer. Are we supposed
Yeah, I
to
know, but
answer?
I know, but we answered. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, let's switch to Sex and the City. Then.
I will kill you all if you're.
Maheep would be Samantha for sure. Maheep would be Samantha for sure.
Okay, I'll take. She's
I mean-
sassy and I like her. I'll take that.
Yeah. And I think Charlotte,
What's the
Neelam
one
is
who's-
Charlotte for sure.
Yeah, Charlotte.
Neelam is
Charlotte
Charlotte
I
for
Neelam.
sure.
refuse to be Miranda. I refuse.
Who will be Carrie?
Oh God.
Who's
I will
Carrie?
kill you all. No, there has to be one more person created because I agree. Then Seema would be. But I'm not the fourth. I'm
Who's Carrie?
a mix between
Jessica-
Charlotte and Samantha. Mix.
And Seema,
See,
what
I'm a
about you? Who
Gemini.
would you?
Dual personality, so it works.
I would be the person who's into the shoes and the bags. That would be me. My identification is with shoes.
Carrie Bradshaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you for sure.
So, anyways, ladies, it's been
But,
fabulous chatting with you. But before we go, I want to ask you a lockdown discovery you've each made of your husbands, or maybe of yourselves that you didn't know, of each other that you didn't know in the 25 years you've been together.
Lockdown discovery.
Sorry, husbands or between us?
Between us as well and your husband, something that you didn't even know about your partners that you've made this discovery in. Because everyone's just been like, forced to be together.
Well, one thing I realized about my husband, I always knew that he was sort of non-interfering. I think because I spent so much time with him now, he really is, he's so chilled and he lets me do whatever I want. Because just being in the house with somebody 24/7 can get on your nerves and can be annoying and irritating, and you would want to kill the person. But he's actually very chilled. So, yeah, marrying him, I made the right choice. That's what I've discovered.
I think with
Bhavna.
Sanjay, initially what happened was I was so anxious when lockdown happened. I was not taking it well at all. I was really like on edge and I was upset and I was low and whatever. And I discovered that Sanjay thinks that my mood is very important to him. And he did make a huge effort to keep me happy. And whatever I wanted, he'd make the effort to find it and and get it for me against all odds. So yeah, I was impressed with Sanjay during lockdown.
Awesome. Bhavna. This is Mr.
So
Pandey Chunky, as he says.
no, so Chunky, which everyone knows, he's a very, very paranoid person when, he's always locking the doors and checking and double locking and making sure that, the house is very secure and, extremely paranoid and fearful of things. But I realized during this whole period that actually, he was not, I mean, he was not as fearful as me. Like, I got more scared and fearful of, the whole virus, and he was calmer than me.
Listen, I don't know about anybody else. I'm such a high-strung, hyper person. I was too busy discovering myself. I had no time. I have been only discovering myself. So I don't know about anybody else.
Fabulous Lives of Bollywood Wives, is as the show is called. So what's it like marrying into a film family? Because people outside, really, as I said, they think that you lead fabulous lives. So the question that's just come to me now is, what is it like actually marrying into a film family? In one word, if you would.
I mean, it's very tough to summarize it in like 5 minutes, but it's always fun to be a part of a large family, whether it's a film family or otherwise. It's always fun. So I'm very close to all my nephews and nieces, and there's just never a dull moment, honestly. And when we do meet and we're together and we're having our lunches or dinners, it's a riot. And these guys don't even realize how funny they are. They're just funny. But yeah, it's fun to be a part of a big family.
Seema.
I mean, in one word, it's difficult to say, but I would say it's exciting. It's exciting. It's an emotional roller coaster. It's from my point of view, and it's I mean, you're constantly learning new things, especially when you're a part of such a big family. You have so many people. I mean, you're constantly. I mean, as someone who's mostly observer, I feel like I learn a lot. So it's been kind of exciting. I would say that it's exciting.
Well, thank
That's
you
it.
very much, ladies. Enjoy just speaking
Thank
to you. All
you.
the very best for the show.
Thank
Maybe
you.
we'll have a season 2. Who knows? I'll get up for a season 2.
Hopefully,
Fingers crossed.
fingers crossed.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Bye.